PlayStation is copying Xbox once again, or are they? Here to help me discuss is Mr. Jimmy Champagne. He runs PS Ready, he runs Deck Ready, he pops on over here to Xbox Ready every now and then. Well, last time he was on here, he did a whole video about Project Magnus, and a lot of people ended up liking it. Usually, historically, people do not like when Jimmy is on the channel because, oh, he's always critical of Xbox, he's Mr. Jimmy Complain, he's always like talking crap. But now, like people were messaging me and they were like, yo, that Magnus video with Jimmy, that was really good, that was really cool.
I like PC. I like that they're doing PC stuff.
But we're gonna put that on the back burner for now. We're gonna focus on the console side because, well, one of these things, yeah, the future of Xbox may be PC, but if we're looking at what they're doing right now, obviously lots of crazy stuff going on in the world of Xbox. But the one thing that has remained like, oh, that's a cool thing that Xbox is still doing is, I would say, Xbox Play Anywhere is one of the top good positive things they still got going for them. And the stream your own games, like they went away from, it used to be, yeah, you can only stream games that are in the Game Pass Ultimate library, and then they started this thing where I was like, no, you can stream games that you own digitally, like Cyberpunk, like The Witcher 3, and that was like, oh my gosh, this is like the couple of if they could just hone in on that, focus on that, maybe things will turn out to be good for them. But I saw this article from Windows Central that was like, and we'll talk about the way that it was written because I think it's really funny, but the gist of it is that PlayStation is also doing their own stream your own games thing, and the thousands of games this will encompass that you'll be able to stream to your PlayStation Portal or through, I think, just anywhere that you can access the PlayStation app. And right out the gate, the number of games that are supported through the stream your own games thing already surpasses that of Xbox, who has been working on it for the past couple of years. I think
2,800 games or something.
Yeah, and then I think Xbox has 2,400 or something like that. So yeah, right out the gate, there's already a disparity. And then also in this article, they mentioned that PlayStation is going to have their own version of Play Anywhere. You buy one copy of the game, you'll get the console version and the PC version, and it's just I want to go back to the way that this article was written, because the way that it opens up, I want to go and check on if Jez is okay, because it feels like he's about to drive off a cliff, because the opening line of this article is it feels like he's about to drive off a cliff, because the opening line of this article is the opening line of this is Xbox has fully capitulated to PlayStation. And it's like this weird, I can almost see it if you're making this corny, terrible movie, and there's a black screen and a text crawl of in That's the year crazy. 2025, Xbox has fully capitulated to PlayStation. So this is actually something that Jimmy has brought up a couple of times on the channel before when we've previously discussed Xbox Play Anywhere. So Jim, do you want to fill in the people who don't know what we're talking about? How exactly, this is something that PlayStation has actually been doing for a while now. This video is brought to you by Manscaped. That is right, I am once again teaming up with Manscaped to talk about the Performance 5.0 package. It gives you everything that you need to help you look and feel your best. Included in this package is the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Body Hair Trimmer. It's gentle on the sensitive bits, but tough on hair, giving you a smooth finish every single time. They also throw in the Weed Whacker 3.0, super underrated. I use it all the time to trim my nose hairs, especially. It's quick and easy. It's just something I can do every morning before I head out the door to make sure I don't have anything crazy sticking on my nostrils. And to round out the package, they throw in the Crop Preserver and the Crop Soother. The Preserver is a special deodorant that you can use on, those places to make sure that everything is nice and clean, stays clean throughout the day, no matter what you're doing, whether you're sitting rotting in your chair, playing games all day long, or you're working out, or you're on the go, literally any occasion. Over the years, Manscaped has become an essential part of my daily grooming routine, so if you want to get on my level, you want to start your journey with the Performance 5.0 package right here, you can go on over to manscaped.com manscaped.com and use my code XboxReady for 15% off of your entire purchase. Thanks again to Manscaped for sponsoring this video.
Yeah, well, it was only in the PS3 era, really, because they invented the term cross-buy for the Vita for games like Sly Cooper 4 and PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. If you bought the discs for those games, like, or the, I don't know what they're called, the cartridges for Vita, you would get a digital download code for the opposite version if the games had, you know, a Vita version and a PS3 version. So then it was great if you didn't have a lot of money, like I didn't in college, because I'd buy PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, I'd redeem the Vita code, and then when I was done with the game, I could trade it into GameStop, but keep the Vita one, because it was just a straight up voucher for the game, which was sick, because, you know, they had different libraries. And then Vita obviously went away, PS4 came out, and then there was like less parity between games, so they moved on from it. But they're bringing that naming structure back for PS5 and PC. I would imagine they're doing their own PC launcher, which, you know, there's some ways they could do it. And I think the only right way to do it is to not do what Xbox does and not gate off save transferring. So like if you have it on Steam already, because, you know, they've been selling games on Steam for 5 years now, you should be able to get the save transferring if they introduce that feature. If they do that, I'm fine with it. If they make it exclusive like Xbox does to the Xbox app with most of their games, it's just like going to be a PR disaster. But yeah, I will point out though that I don't know how Xbox does it on the streaming side, but I do not like this introduction to it on PlayStation, because you need PS Plus Premium to do this, to stream games you already bought. So you buy the game for $70, you then buy PS Plus Premium for like $200 a year, and then you also need kind of a $200+ handheld to take advantage of it. If you have to buy the game and the handheld, this should be included with all PlayStation Plus, not just Premium. That's kind of nuts. I don't know what tier of Game Pass or whatever you need for Xbox, but that kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
That's actually like one of the, so the big story obviously has been Ultimate is $30 now, which is pretty crazy, but buried underneath all of that is that now all tiers of Game Pass, there's no Xbox Live anymore, so it's Game Pass Essential, Premium, and Ultimate. All of those tiers will have Ultimate. So the one you could argue good thing that came out of all of this mess is that cloud gaming is no longer locked behind the most expensive tier of Game Pass.
Right. And then PlayStation turns around and does the exact same thing, which, like, I don't know. I can't imagine a lot of people are even interacting with this, really. Like, how many people bought a PlayStation Portal? Like, it sold, they always are tricky with it, right? They're like, it sold better than we thought it would, but they've never really, as far as I'm aware, revealed true numbers of how many they've sold and like how many people are paying for the maximum PS Plus tier. I'd imagine not many, because you don't really get that much with it. You get like game trials and some classic catalog games, but like the real win one is the extra library, because if you pay for extra, it's like right in the middle, you get the library of games, but you don't get the streaming. And even though Sony's streaming tech is pretty good, I don't know. I can't imagine paying for it. And I saw a lot of people saying that you don't need a PS5 anymore. You could just get this Portal PS Plus Premium and stream games to it. If you want to do that, go ahead. But that is going to be the worst experience you could possibly have playing PlayStation 5 games ever.
It's kind of a cool, cheap alternative, and I don't think it's the... First of all, I don't think it's the end of the world like it's being made to be in this article. Like the way that it's framed in this article is like PlayStation is coming after the last good thing that Xbox has. I don't think it's that big of a deal, especially because like cloud gaming, you know, I see the potential for it in the future, but I don't think it's going to be that X factor that's going to drive a person to either platform just yet.
Yeah, like if you're buying into a platform based on what it can do, that's kind of crazy. Like I buy into platforms based on how easy it is to play games on them, right? Like I like the Steam Deck because I can take my Steam library on the go. I like the PS5 because I have a lot of PS5 games owned digitally, right? Like that's what it is, simply. Like I played on PS3, I bought games digitally, PS4 games digitally, PS5 digitally. I'm not as married to the hardware, as good as it is lately, but I'm not buying it because it can have Netflix or like stream games. Like I could just get a PC at that point.
But it's cool to see that those options are opening up even across other platforms. And I think it's, speaks a lot to like Sony, like kind of observing the market and being like, okay, that does sound like a cool idea. Maybe our players would want to stream a game that's not in our catalog of PS Plus or, has like certain tags and stuff. Maybe they want to stream something that they actually own. That's something on both platforms. I was like, how has no one figured this out yet? Like Google Stadia was doing this years ago, like years ago they were doing this. So I'm glad that it's started to come back around. Like these things that you think should be included in your subscription, either platform, are finally being thrown in there. And that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's like GeForce Now, right? Like you could play your Steam games over GeForce Now. I mean, Steam is at Steam Link forever, where instead of connecting to a PC in the cloud, you connect to your own PC from the cloud, and that's been great. Like they had this device called the Steam Link back in the day. I think it was like $15. You'd plug it into your TV, Ethernet it into the wall, and then make sure your PC was Etherneted, and you could get like latency-free streaming throughout your house straight to your TV from your desk. So that was like 15 years ago at this point. So yeah, I didn't know that Xbox or Sony, I guess, didn't allow you to stream games you owned. I feel like that should have been the default. Like you'd want to stream the games you bought.
Exactly. And that's a much better marketing angle, especially like if you're trying to, go with this Play Anywhere, like, oh, you buy this one copy of the game, you get the console version, you get the PC version, and you get the cloud version. Isn't that cool? Like a 3-for-1 special. So again, like the way that this article is structured, like just makes me laugh because I think can we just accept like, there's already been like so many things about console wars are done, console wars are over, Xbox is dead, all sorts of content that's been pouring out and that's been in the media cycle, whatever. Like, I think the only people who are still thinking about it like, oh, PlayStation has this, it's over for Xbox, or vice versa, are the fans who are still kind of in that mindset. I think each company has kind of gone on and been like, we're going to do our own things from here on out.
I like that Xbox is going towards PC now more because, on the console side, the Xbox and the PS5 are like essentially the same thing. Like at the end of the day, you put discs in them, you play games, you download games, you play games. I mean, Xbox has like a better browser because the PS5 doesn't have one. But like for all intents and purposes, they kind of reached the end point of like competition, really. Like they can only do so much. And while Xbox was doing that, they really let Windows languish with gaming. And so now that they're kind of like going after Valve, I mean, Windows in a very short period of time has gotten a lot better. It's not great, I would say, yet, but they are making like really good moves in the right direction. I was just playing Battlefield 6 on my Xbox ROG Ally, and a lot of my buddies who got those are putting SteamOS on them, but like, for me, I'd rather have the Steam Deck have SteamOS and then this cool new Xbox full screen platform on my ROG Xbox Ally so I can play Battlefield 6 or like Forza Horizon through the Xbox app, right? Like they give you two different experiences and I'm enjoying both a lot. So if it's only going to get better, that's great. Like that's what you want, because then Valve has to one-up them, like they got to go back and forth, and then ultimately we'll end up in 10 years in the same spot PS5 and Xbox did, where you've got two great PC operating systems and you can just pick the one you like.
Yeah, and at least for like all of this, like cloud gaming, who has Play Anywhere, who has more titles supported through whatever, stream your own game, blah, blah, blah. Like it still doesn't take away from the fact like of all the like the stuff that we've been hearing about the next gen Xbox, like what Jimmy was alluding to earlier, they're going more PC, and that's something that excites him because it was time for a change up. Like Xbox is going to come out and with like a PS6 like console, and then we just see the same story play out as we have over the same couple generations. No, it's time to get weird. It's time to like I'm liking what I'm hearing about the whole Xbox full screen experience, and if you don't want to mess with the PC side of things at all, you could just live there. But if you want to get a little crazy with it, you could boot out to Windows like you can on your Ally. I'm into that.
Yeah, how have you been liking your Ally?
I've been liking my Ally, and I just downloaded The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. So cool. I'm essentially playing like this
all those Sony
formerly
ports are pretty
Sony
good.
port, like formerly PlayStation exclusive game on this like Xbox branded device, and it's kind of cool. Like I was playing Oblivion the other night, just winding down in bed. crazy night in. I was playing Oblivion, and then I was like, yeah, I was in this fucking Oblivion gate for so long that I was like, I need a break for this game. So I booted on over to Steam and then opened up The Last of Us Part 2, which I had never played before. And yeah, it's been really cool.
Dude, I can tell you straight up for people out there, like, I have a PC with SteamOS on it, and it works like a console. So if like that ends up being true, that's what Xbox is going for. I really don't think it's going to be that big of an adjustment period. Like, people really play that up. Like, oh, like people are going to have to learn to use Windows. And it's like, if they have a job, they know how to use Windows. Like, you know, I don't think there are many people out there who have, you know, never taken a computer class in elementary school. I know Mac has gotten more popular as time has gone on, but like, I think most people got their head around the basics of Windows, right? Like, you don't have to worry about the NVIDIA control panel or the AMD Adrenalin panel or any of that crap if Xbox's app keeps building out the same way SteamOS is. But yeah, I'm using a controller, a DualSense, on my TV to play like Dying Light 2 as if it's on a console. I got the frame limiter all set up. I can do anything I want, but it works like a console. So that's going to be awesome if you have that on Windows, because you get the anti-cheat, so you can play like Battlefield and stuff.
They got to cut down on some of the bullshit though, because like there is some annoying stuff like on the Ally, like especially if you're used to playing on console only. Like when I installed The Last of Us Part 2, like I installed it like I would on Steam, and then like it brought up like the black install script like that you would enter commands on a PC, and I was like, wait.
Whoa!
What is it? Like, what the hell?
That was probably for the PlayStation launcher.
I was like, what the hell is
weird
this?
Overlay now.
Yeah.
So that'd be crazy if you launch that game from Steam through the Xbox app. There's a third launcher on top, right? Like you have the Steam. Yeah. You can pull up the Steam overlay. You can pull up the Game Bar overlay, and you can pull up the PlayStation overlay. And like, you know, that sucks because it's going to degrade your performance to have 3 overlays running in the background. And then you may as well just open up Discord and run that one too. Yeah, and I see people being like, oh, if they put Steam on their Xbox platform, how are they going to make money? They make 70% of the sale on Steam, right? Like if I bought Halo Campaign Evolved on Steam, I mean, Xbox gets 70% of that revenue. They'd obviously like me to subscribe to Game Pass or buy it through the Xbox app more, but like, you know, 70% is better than nothing. That's not nothing. That's a good amount of money.
That's another thing I'd say, like when I was, and I even texted you about this when I first got my Xbox Ally. Right now, at this point in time, you can't play Xbox games on the Ally. It's the PC versions of those games. So if you bought an Xbox game, like I did with Cyberpunk, I can't play that copy on the Xbox Ally. I have to play the Steam version. So there has been a thought of me being like, okay, since I'm not able to play my Xbox games yet, I know that we're working on it. That's something that they've promised is going to happen with the next gen Xboxes. But at this point in time, I did have a moment where I was like, man, should I have just bought Cyberpunk on Steam, you know, back in 2022 when Edge Runners came out, instead of playing it on Xbox? Because right now that has a little bit more value. But once they figure that out, I feel like it's going to be a lot more balanced.
Right. And the cool thing is, if you do want to pick it up on Steam, it goes on sale for like $10 all the time. Like the Christmas sale's coming up, and it has save transferring with Xbox. Like that, you could save transfer Cyberpunk between Switch 2, PS5, Xbox, and PC super easily. Most stuff runs about the same, really, at the end of the day. Like you might get 35 FPS on the Ally, and then you get 30 on the Steam Deck. So like,
yeah, I mean, for me, it's like most of my stuff is tied up. Like not every game that I've purchased over the past, 6, 7, 8, 10 years has the Play Anywhere tag or whatever, but a good amount do. So like,
and more all the time.
Yeah,
like, I think Death Stranding has it.
Really? That's crazy.
I saw Jez talking about that on Twitter. Like it might have save transferring issues, but it's supposedly a Play Anywhere title. Huh. Like, don't quote me on that.
I've seen people be like, what do I care about Xbox Play Anywhere? Because, like, I just want the one version. I want the console version or I want the PC version. And, I mean, all I can say is that you never really know, right? I only have one very specific instance of Play Anywhere really kind of benefiting me. Back when I was really into Chivalry 2, I was playing on console. I was like, this is fun, but I would see like streamers and like content creators doing all this crazy shit, like with their feints and like with their counters and stuff that I wasn't quite able to do. One move specifically, you can't cut, do like a horizontal cut feint into another horizontal cut. You can only do that on PC. I don't know if they've updated that or like they fixed it on the console side of things, but that's something that you can only do on PC. And it made like such a huge skill gap between players on console and players on PC. So I was like, man, I really want to try it on mouse and keyboard. So I go over and I'm like, man, but I'm gonna have to buy the PC version. But no, Xbox Play Anywhere comes to save the day. So I just like go and download it, and that's started like my PC gaming journey.
Yeah, I've been having a good experience with Battlefield because most of my friends have it on PC, but my one friend bought it on PS5, and it's crazy that you can like invite someone who's playing on PS5 into your game, and then they can use Discord to get into our group chat and talk to us. Like they may as well be on PC at that point. It's kind of sweet.
I do that all the time because I play Borderlands 4 with my buddy, and he's on PC, I'm on Xbox, and we just hop into Discord. Like it's all kind of like merging. It's weird, but it's cool.
I hope they eventually fix that game because I played through 2 and 3 on my Steam Deck, and those are like made for handheld. It's so good. Just like turn your brain off, get loot. So I hope they kind of keep addressing the performance issues because I check in on it, once in a while because I really enjoyed that game. And it's still pretty rough. Like my main PC can run it great because I've got like the best CPU you can buy and a good AMD GPU. But like if I try that on my Windows 4090 laptop, which is a desktop 4080, it has some issues.
Anyways, guys, that's all the Xbox stuff we have to talk about today. Happy for PlayStation. They're getting their own stream your own game thing, possibly their own Play Anywhere version as well. But I still think there's plenty to look forward to on the Xbox side. And if you want to keep up to date on all of that stuff, the future of Xbox, everything that is going on in that world, hit that subscribe button. Check in on the channel every now and then. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.